A friend said to me once, you're going to be out of this situation longer than you're in it. So I always thought that if I'm going to be out of this situation, I need to just do everything that I can to go where I can. So my goal was university, and every day I just thought, this is what I need to do.
She was quite surprised because I called her up to my desk and asked her about this particular piece of writing about a Christmas tree. I said, did you copy this from the internet at all? And when she explained that she hadn't, and I could see that she hadn't, I told her that it was an exceptional piece of writing, and that from that point on I wasn't going to let up on her, and I was determined that she was capable of an A star. And Laura was just gobsmacked, I think, because she had no understanding of herself as being capable of that level.
She just always said that you never meet the cut, you always exceed the cut.
But I was aware that at the age of 16 particularly, she was living on her own.
When I started to move into the hospital, and that was where I was living, then it got really difficult. I don't want to sound like a sort of a millennial, but there was no Wi-Fi or signal, which means that I couldn't talk to anyone. There was no one there. And I mean that in sort of the absolute term of there was no one there. When I woke up, I got to go to school and I got to stay there. And she was there because she was just the nicest constant I could have. She never asked me the obvious things that everybody else was interested in. She sort of asked me about me and kept it about me.
She preferred me just to see the side of Laura that she wanted to present. And I totally respected that, because I thought I want her to have the opportunity to be who she wants to be, not somebody who's defined by their background.
Little nuances in text, little things that we liked, little details that had nothing to do with going home at the end of the day, but everything to do with sort of about escaping what we had to go home to. In my case anyway, I'm sure that her children and her husband are lovely.
Publicly, daily, I would praise Laura's work in front of the rest of the class, which she found excruciating, but was necessary. It's just about making them believe that what you're telling them about themselves is more real than what they're seeing from other people in their peer groups.
I don't have any family to sort of, not to brag about me as if I should be bragged about, but it's nice when someone like that just sees your achievements and what you've done and wants to brag about you. I don't know, I like that feeling. Not in the way that I'm like conceited. I don't think I should be bragged about, but it's just nice to have someone that wants to talk about you.
I get my moral drive and my moral purpose from my parents, and the absolute faith and belief that they have put in me. Both of them fired themselves out of the backgrounds that were expected of them in order to achieve things that their families had never achieved before. These pupils, a lot of them, don't have that at home, and so I try my best to make up for it. They
sent her what I wrote about her, and I thought that they wouldn't tell her that, so she said that she cried, and that she showed it to her dad, and her dad cried. And I thought that was nice because her dad gets to see how much of an impact she's making on people, and he can brag about her as well.